Alright, so I'm going to introduce someone who needs no introduction, who is Bob Martin. He's working with me in the Hastings Dairying, and he is born and live in London, and that's where he met his wife, who's also a Londoner. Correct?
Correct.
Yes, and his title of the speech today will be Hobbies and Plenty of Them. Hobbies and Plenty of Them. The time given will be 5 to 7 minutes, so timer take notes. The objectives are: select a speech topic and determine its general and specific purposes. Organize the speech in a manner that best achieves those purposes. Ensure the beginning, body, and conclusion reinforce the purposes. Project sincerity and conviction, and control any nervousness you may feel. I don't think you have any. Strive not to use notes. Okay, so strive not to use notes. Bob Martin.
Oh, thank you very much. I like this thing here. It's a bit of a novelty for me. I think it's a bit of safety just standing behind there. See, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. As Rich said earlier, actually, we do sort of work together. If anyone knows anything about Rich, he's actually an auditor. Does everyone know what an auditor is? Well, interestingly enough, when I spoke to Jason earlier on in the week about that I'd do a speech, I had a few ideas in my head, but it wasn't quite clear, you know. So as the week went on, the waters got muddier and muddier. These things I thought I was going to do, I thought, no, I won't do that. Anyway, I spoke to Rich on the telephone today, and talking to him in a jovial manner, and I said, you know, Rich, I just can't swing it tonight. I don't know what to do. I said, maybe, and in a joke, I said to him, maybe I'll do a talk on auditing. He said, you're so enthusiastic on the other end of the phone. That'd be great, Bob. Fantastic. But I'm going to tell you, Rich, there's going to be nothing to do with auditing tonight. I'd rather bang a nail in my foot than talk about auditing, but God bless you, mate, you did a great job, and I did fool you. Anyway, I've got a plan here. Do something a little bit different. As Rich said, the title of the speech is Hobbies and Plenty of Them. Now, in my life, I've had lots of interests and lots of hobbies. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to read some of these out, and then one or two of you can pick something out, and we'll talk about that. Different? Is that different? Okay, it's different. What I want to try and get over to you people tonight is, well, you'll find out by the amount of hobbies I've had here, because I actually was sitting there tonight counting them. It was about 25, something like that, and the missus said to me, I'm sure you've missed some out there, Bob, but anyway, we'll keep it sweet. I'll read them out and then we'll pick a few out. So let's start at, right from the beginning, the jolly old school days, things like stamp collecting, making and flying kites, trials motorcycling, hiking, walking, camping. Who's the young counter tonight? You are, sir. 2?
Yep.
Oh, I know exactly where I was. Camping, canoeing, fishing, budgerigars, breeding budgerigars and showing budgerigars, gold prospecting, rocks and minerals, silversmithing. Then we came down the list a bit more recent, medieval reenactment, I think I might have mentioned that this evening, archery, arts and crafts, which is part of the medieval thing, woodworking, metalworking, another bash with motorbikes recently, which almost ended in disaster, so I decided then to give away motorbikes. Had enough, too old, too dangerous. Something horrible happened, or quite horrible happened, and it put me off. I thought, that's it, let it go. Gardening. Any gardeners here tonight? Put your hands up, fellow gardeners. Yeah, go on, pick them weeds, I love them. Gone around in a bit of a circle. I did mention canoeing earlier, so if you can remember those, be daring. Pick one. Paul. Am I allowed to select someone? Oh, well,
Yes.
I'm giving a speech, yeah.
Look, never mind. Well, I'm taking up gardening myself,
You have.
so let's talk about gardening.
Right, let's talk about gardening. I'll tell you now, I'm going to tell you what I know about gardening. Bunnings. Bunnings. Right, and then you need wallet. So you get in the car, you need a car as well because you're going to buy something. You go into Bunnings and they're all there, all these lovely plants there. Lovely. Oh, I like the look of that. Oh, hang on. I like the look of that. Oh, well, hang on. I like the look of that. So buy a little bit here, buy a little bit there. Take them home. And the secret is when you take them home, let me tell you this, and I found this out the hard way, don't stick the plants on the floor, next to you, on the floor here, in front of the air conditioner, because they don't like it. So you buy them from Bunnings. They're all probably. And the thing is with Bunnings, some stock you buy is really good, and some stock's not quite so good. But you put them in front of the air conditioner. It's hot. You buy them, you stick them in there, and they go. You get them home, take them out, put them back in the heat, and they're sort of, and then stick them in the ground. Hopefully they grow. Well, sometimes they don't. But the big thing is, it's just the joy of just seeing a different plant. I get this. I haven't seen one like that before. I must have it. Is it going to live? Is it going to die? Who knows? Who cares? Buy it, stick it in pots or in the ground. I'm a big pot man. Like pots. You can move them around. When something dies, you can take it away, hide it, replace it with another one. Not daft. And I've discovered this great thing with pots is when they get a little bit upset and nasty, and you've either overwatered them, B, over-fertilised them, or not spoken to them nicely, and they go wilting, you can take them away, put them somewhere quiet, give them plenty of water, somewhere quiet, and they may recover. And when they come back, you can put them back again. It's a great thing. Pots, magic. What else do you want to know? Now that's gardening. You've had a bit of gardening. Pick something else.
Canoeing.
Still got time to go.
Canoeing.
Canoeing. I'm glad you picked that. Now many years ago, when I first came to Australia, I discovered this place called Lake Wivenhoe. I see it on the map, and I said to the missus, "There's this great big lake there, I used to like a bit of freshwater fishing in that home, so I thought, take the kids, let's go up there and have a look. So get in the car, off we go to Lake Wivenhoe. And in them days, actually, a lot of my people I knew didn't even know where it was. So anyway, we discovered this lake, and there's a few blokes there canoeing. I said, "Do you like that?" Kids, "Oh, Dad, that's great." So we'll have to get a canoe. So being me, any normal person would go and buy a canoe. No, I have to make it. I have to make it. And this is me, you see. No, I've got to make it. What canoe? I'll make that. So anyway, I did, as usual, get all the books, have a read up, talk to all these people, and make this 16-foot canoe out of the back garden. So, made out of fiberglass. I did know a bit about fiberglass because I used to be a motor fitter and I knew how to bog holes up and all the rest of it. But anyway, so I made this mould and then reinforced it, put all the fiberglass in. The neighbours got the shits because of the smell from the fiberglass. Anyway, eventually created this fantastic canoe, and as you can see, I'm running out of time. Had so many good times with the children paddling around Lake Wivenhoe, and I'm actually finishing off. I'm going to buy myself a new canoe, and I'm going back for some more. Thank you. Good evening.